Alright, welcome in YouTube. We got Geelong and North One. No one thinks we can beat Geelong. I don't think we should be thinking you can beat Geelong over here. I mean, North Melbourne, you're player 2 in this game. Everyone knows player 1 has the advantage.
Saturday afternoon footy is underway.
That is how it is. Geelong did get the toss.
Wins the first rack contest.
It's fascinating. I have my coin thing, right? And somehow, like, the team that you, I guess, pretty much for the most part would expect to end up the winner, in the recent rounds, they've just magically been getting the player 1. They've been getting the luck with the player 1. We'll see what it ultimately turns out to in this game. I mean, the Essendon and Adelaide game we had, was kind of decent, you know? Did have decent in there. So, we'll see how things turn out. We will also see if Mark Blitzards can replicate his monster performance from the last round, where he scored 211 points. Quite unbelievable. Oh, I think he missed it. He did miss that there. But kick it out of here. Okay, coming back. Mr. Stanley kicks in. He's got Dangerfield. There's another option there. Hold on.
He'll expect to convert this.
We'll see what can Gary get his first of the game. Yes, he can. Well done to Mr. Rowan.
It doesn't matter who you are. It's always good to get an early one on the board.
The Cats with the first goal. Tucker gathers.
I'm gonna get rid of that. But yeah, I was talking about this near the end of the last game we had about how I spent like 10-15 minutes just outside, and I am, before streaming, I already had it in my head that I kind of am already looking to head outside after stream, just to have some time out there. Maybe like have stream off tomorrow, spend some time outside again. Like, I can feel myself wanting to be outside a little bit, you know, just to have, I don't even know if like it's head mind clearing. Blitzards, how about that? How about that? This man had no goals until a couple of rounds ago, and now he's got like 10. It's within a 3-game patch now.
What can he do with it? Simpkin, he'll be annoyed by that. Well, that's not
what was I saying? Yeah, I don't know if it's like going outside is like clearing for the mind in terms of like, oh, it's the wind in your hair, like the wind moving through your head and everything, or how much of it's the movement you get while you're outside. The full understanding on it, I don't really know, but I do notice that, I guess in the past couple of years, maybe, when I've been, really in a mental space that's beating me up enough, like the idea of going outside is kind of there in me, you know, of like, oh, that is what will help me. I don't even know how much, like, I'm not sure wait, let me pause. Okay, we're back. Don't know what happened there. I guess I pressed the P button, held it down on the wrong controller for a bit of time, and it made some things happen. But yeah, I was talking about outside stuff. I'm not sure entirely exactly how much it works. If it's like just like a momentary like. Yeah, I'm not entirely sure actually, because these same problems seem to like keep hanging around, and it's you kind of put them to the side for a little bit, but then they come back up, you know.
Heads towards goal, but the kick is astray. A minor score.
Come rid of McDonald. It's the type of thing where it's like, where we say, oh, human beings aren't designed for this. Human beings are designed for this. Like, what are human beings designed for? You know? Like, I think I was talking in the last game a bit, being like, oh yeah, like, it's actually weird in history that we actually spend so much time indoors. Like, is that like the way humans are meant to be?
Can he impose himself on the match? Time for the Crummers to go.
Like, it would make sense. Like, I guess it makes sense that humans would be more depressed in inside environment because we're not as used to it. Like, if you get more and more used to it, would you suddenly be able to become less depressed, perhaps? If it's just something that became really normal in the world, and there are things surrounding it, maybe that you were able to sort of, like, there are things that we need, I guess, for ourselves, that we want. If you're able to get enough of it, being indoors all the time, would it actually sort of help people not be so depressed? Granted, I'm someone who's, I guess, I might be like a test case of that, you know, where, there we go, where I've spent so much time isolated, you know, and how am I doing? Well, I can be very depressed, you know, like there is stuff I get that I like, but if I'm at night time, after I've gone through the day, you know, like the daytime, you're just going through your shit, right? And it's like, once you finally are in like that final hour, for me anyway, I guess that's the moment where I actually see for myself, how am I actually doing? How am I actually feeling about stuff? And if I'm having this constant feeling that shit's kind of missing, you know, sack Guthrie! Oh.
Just needed to be a bit more composed in front of goal. That's a let-off.
What am I looking to say there? If I'm feeling like there's things that are like constantly missing, it's like, what's that thing that's missing? You know, is it that companionship? Is it that socialization stuff? Where, over my years at least, I would avoid social stuff as much as possible, and I think because like I grew up in my teenage years with a lot of anxiety over stuff like that. More than just that, but that was the main thing. And then I guess in recent years, maybe, I've actually found situations where, now maybe it's just because it's from people that I'm aware of, I have some sort of familiarity with, but I felt my energy kind of pick up, you know, from like the little bits of social interaction. I've actually noticed that in myself. Oh, God, get rid of that.
They asked the question, but the umpire will have it. Goldstein.
It's interesting for me to think about that. Get rid of this, please. Where was I going with that exactly? Well, yes, I guess in terms of how much is that like the main thing I'm missing. I guess that can be a really good argument for that, especially and it's like, well, what happens if you get like, because in the last game we were playing, I was mentioning sex robots. It's like, how much of that desire for companionship people have, how much of that can be taken up from there, you know? How much of a substitute can that be for another human? Come get rid of this. Like, I'm sure you can find a person here and there that'd be like, oh, it's really great for me, and it's like, that's cool, but we're talking about people in general, not just particular individuals, necessarily when it comes to that. How is it for like the medium? Is the word median or medium for like normality? Like most people.
Working hard and being rewarded. Happy to be patient and wait for an opening. Slick hands. Stanley. They've worked it well. How's the entry? Close.
Let's see what Mr. Close can do here.
I'm not sure he's got the.
He's already got a goal. Okay. See if he gets number 2.
That's a miss kick.
Oh, there is a fascinating thing going on with one of the Melbourne players in our season. I think it's Tom Sparrow, where he has 0 goals, 10 behinds. it's actually kind of incredible to see it like progress through the season, because that is something I'm keeping track of, where it's like, is he ever going to score a goal? How many behinds is he going to end up with? You know?
They can't create lots of opportunities in front of goal.
McDonald tasked with the kicking.
Get our kicks in there. So we got 2 minutes left. It is still
Impressive mark.
Kicking at his first.
See if he can get it. It's online. That is the target right in the middle.
They like it behind the goals. He's got it.
Well done, Jeremy.
Reminiscent of Tony Plugger-Lockett, the way he used his body. Then went back and put it straight through the middle.
The Roos need to get.
We are at GMHBS Stadium. It is Geelong currently with a 15-point lead. 2 minutes to go.
Can they get another one?
Mr. Mackay handballs away. There you go.
Marnie, probing ball.
Marnie.
Simpkin. He doesn't waste men.
Get it going. Just gonna have to, okay. Basically just kick to himself here. Now he can go in the 50. It works out. It worked out for him.
Sherry fumbles it.
Who has it? That is Henry for Geelong.
He's under close
Oh,
attention.
handball it away. Well done.
He'll work all day. DeConing, Atkins.
Who's he getting it towards? That is punch, handball. Oh, Stanley. That should be ball. Yeah, it is.
Nothing wrong with ambition, but you've got to know your limits.
True.
This might be a chance for the high flyers.
Oh, who's coming to get that?
Clears the area. He's got support. Stewart,
that is a nice little kick. Keep it going.
Guthrie, Atkins.
Atkins. Can they get the mark? Oh, just not in time. Not quite. Okay then, just missed it. We will come into the second quarter. It will be Geelong with a 15-point lead when we come back. Okay then. We got the second quarter. .point game. Geelong leading, but yes, as I was mentioning, I think I was mentioning,
He'll be sore in the morning.
I was talking about like people being inside much more. I was thinking about what it meant for like, I guess their mental health situations in terms of how we deal with stuff. How, I guess, being outside is much more consistent with history in terms of how we've been doing things. Oh, come get rid of that one. There you go. Little kicks. And I think part of what... Oh, they're going to get this one. Stengel. Well done. I think part of what was bringing that on was I was listening to Healthy Gamer GG stream. He was talking... It was Dr. K. He was talking to... I think it was one where he had it with RT Game. I think that's who it was. And he was just mentioning how he's been thinking a little bit about how maybe like men, you know, about how I guess for him he's been thinking a bit more, and I would have heard this idea as well beforehand from some other places, I think, how maybe like the way that men kind of deal with their shit is fundamentally different, and in the sense that like maybe you just kind of need to hit something. You know, like it's not actually like expressing through words and stuff, and how like men in couples therapies don't like the idea of it because they feel like they're at a disadvantage. Like women and the therapists themselves who are in that, it's much more their environment, you know, it's their domain. It's not really the guy's domain so much. And that for people's mental health, at least for men anyway, I guess he was talking about how he had been thinking a bit that maybe talking about problems actually isn't necessarily the best thing for everyone, maybe. You know how, like, yeah, there can be people who, like, because that's the idea, right? Like, if you exercise, the idea is, like, it can help improve mental health stuff. We aren't all wired the same. Thank you very much. How was I connecting those two things? Maybe it was just, like, the consistency. Maybe, I think.
The Cats are red hot at the moment. Broom.
Like if it's possible, I like to try and think of things like what is more consistent with history, You know, granted, like the way the world is now is very different. So things that we're having, that we consider like having problems with, the more that we're in the environment with it, the more we become accustomed to it. I would imagine the easier it would be mental health wise with it, you know. I would imagine but you just get adjusted the more you're exposed to something.
Ignoring the corridor for now.
It's coming to get that one.
Gives the handball away. Atkins.
Oh, it's going down there. Can they get marked? No. That blitz. Cameron. As with North, they are okay. Is that going to be ball? It is. Wow. And it's Blitzovs who gets to come for goal here. He's already got the one. See if he can get number 2. Very good. These past 3 games, man, this man has been unbelievable when it comes to goal kicking. He's become a monster.
Gets his hand to it. Davies Uniac. He's suddenly
can North bring it back a bit? They're throwing the ball. North is struggling right now. Geelong here.
They're huffing and puffing. Blitzovs. The Cats.
That's a 2-on-1.
It's hard to defend.
Okay, that's gonna work. Tomahawk. Well done. It's a goal. The goal for Hawkins. They will be taking a percentage hit, but don't worry about trying to win the game. Do what you can. 1 goal at a time, North. That's a ball up. Okay then. It's coming with it. That is North Melbourne. Handball away.
It's a tough game. Tucker
to the right.
Shields. Davies Uniac.
And
throws it on the boot. Larky.
Might want to mark the ball.
Taylor.
Just an idea. Might want to mark the ball. Just an idea.
Not too long there and coughs up what could have been a shot on goal.
A chance to clear now. Cunnington says thank you very much. Kicks to a contest. Stevenson.
Oh.
Can he get a shot away? Knew the tackle was coming.
Now handball it away. You can't get holding the ball. Damn. Okay. All right then.
Tough angle. It'll take his best.
See what LDU can get here. I don't know if that's gonna come back in. Kind of been. Oh, very good. Very good there.
But that was much better play.
They've broken the run of goals at the other end, but they need a run of their own.
With Geelong, North again. Who's coming to get that? He kicks it in. Can they? Oh, they got the advantage. Yes.
Gets to the front spot.
He's got it right where you want it. No excuses not to finish the job.
He can try snapping it around here. Damn, Sirha. That's good. 2 in a row. Well done for North.
So important to get reward for effort. On that occasion,
it brings the margin back to 33.
Away we go once more.
We'll see if North can keep it going,
got his palm to it.
or if it's just a couple of nice moments. Danger. Danger, danger. The ball up.
Technique there. Stanley smashes it out of there. Guthrie.
Get rid of that one. There you go.
Tucker.
That goes into 50, but it's coming back.
Gets back and
well done. Keep it going. Who you got? That one's with Holmes. Handball it over.
Holmes. Henry. They'll contest
right into the middle. That's a good kick.
Keen to get the ball moving.
Bradley close. Oh, that one's not good. Someone want to come get that ball. There you go. Yeah.
Neat little stab kick.
But yeah, I guess I was talking about like basically checking something out there. How we deal with stuff, you know. Getting rid of that one. Of like, I know that I have times where like I can be like, yeah, let me think about things so much, and I don't go do this, but like I'll have times where like things are just building up so much. I'm just like, you know what? I would just love to hit something. It's like, man, I would just love to just get this out.
Drop punt, and he has put it away.
Blitzovs again. Blitzovs again.
Could end up taking a big hit.
The Cats have got a stranglehold on
Who's
this
coming to get that
match.
one?
Guthrie.
Over this way. Oh, North Melbourne.
That's unusual. Stewart gets to it first. You can see
Who's coming to get that one that is out there? I'm kind of trying to think of like a thing to talk about. What else there could be? I'm sure there would be stuff. I'm sure there will be stuff.
Atkins heads towards half forward.
Come with Mr. Guthrie. In you go. Well done with close. Well done with Mr. Bradley.
Relatively straightforward kick, but that's easy to say from here.
Purpose, motivation things. Could be purpose, motivation stuff. I feel like I was talking about that a bit at some point. Because I was talking about that with like in the last game with like the homeless people, how there's like lack of motivation stuff, how there's like a risk reward calculation, and it's not necessarily that a person lacks motivation, it's just that oh yes, like yes, it's lacking motivation stuff, but it's more like a what would it be? Yeah, I don't know where to put it stuff. I know there's like a where are we going? Where are we going? Get rid of that one. I think there would be suddenly I was just having like the internal compass, like I was having like the thought of like an internal compass going through my head in terms of like motivation stuff, where maybe it's not always just you lack motivation, sometimes it's not knowing where to place it, right? Where it's like you have all these different directions. There are so many things in the world now that it's like distracting you of like being able to like go down one path so much, because you look north and you're like, yeah, it's north, and then there's like stuff in the west, stuff in the east, maybe you go south, and then you keep going round and round, to the point where it's like you make yourself dizzy because you just couldn't work out which way to go. Just keep going round and round. Blitz again. Handballs it. Little kick for Dangerfield. Oh! He's taken there. Handball again. Go! So where are we at, Rev? 45, 2 minutes to go in the first half. Dundee. Handball. Again. Well, that one wasn't good. Oh, he's taken. That should have been holding the ball, I think. Oh, that also should have been called. Cameron, get rid of it. 1 minute to go here in the first half.
We'll have a ball up as we approach half time. Good ruck work. Rowan.
Coming in with that. Blitz again. Jesus Christ, this dude. This dude is incredible.
They've already put this match under lock and key. Who would have thought that?
The Roos need to pull their finger out. They've been poor. Dangerfield. Quick kick towards centre half forward.
Blitz solves into the 50.
Maybe he could have
no, over. Oh, not quite. Get rid of that one, please. Thank you. Go.
Taylor. Shields.
We have seen teams and a big margin deficit be able to come back and make things interesting. Not very much. We'll see what happens in the second half with it. It will be Geelong taking the lead. Oh, taking the lead. Should be no more scores. And there won't be. We will come back in a little bit to see how the rest of the game turns out. It is Geelong with the 51-point lead. We are back in here. We're in the second half. Oh, how about that? We see Geelong winning by 51. That's interesting. Timing-wise, they just came from seeing Geelong lost the Fremantle. And which is horrible for me. Horrible for me. Like, oh no. Yesterday Carlton beat Collingwood. And now Geelong lost. Like, oh no. Oh no. Geelong. I need Geelong in the finals. No, Geelong. What are you doing, Geelong? No. You're meant to be winning when you play at home, Geelong. That's bad for me. Whoops.
He's normally better than that.
Oh well. Anyway. Where can we head to? We got Bruin in here. Handballs it over. We're hoping North can bring it back a bit just for game competitiveness. But things have just kind of not been that way in recent times. Get kicks around here. Thank you.
It's been that kind of day for them.
I think I was
Stanley.
I'm trying to think if it was this morning. I think I was listening to some sort of, I was watching some sort of economics thing. Right, because I spent, like, I tried to, because I was trying to, ride the exercise bike. I was trying to do my stuff, but I only, like, capped out at 10Ks before. I only capped out at 10 kilometers before, feeling the need to, like, just be outside for a moment. Get rid of this one, please. Thank you. Oh. What was I going to say? Yeah, I'm trying to think what the economics thing was. I think it was based on, like, over-education. Because there's this channel, I think it's Economics Explained. I guess I was watching their video on over-education stuff, whatever. I'm trying to work out where exactly to go with that. It's just like, okay, you mention it, you mention, like, economic stuff. I do think, like, the idea, I think, okay, this is something I think of. Okay, I've learned stuff on economics before. I've spent time looking at that stuff. I've spent time looking at other things and, like, educating myself and hearing things and learning stuff. But there's a reason why you fall off, right? Like, you go through and you learn stuff. There's a reason why you eventually fall off. And maybe you pick something up again, and sure, you could absolutely find yourself in a new perspective with it, where you're absolutely happy to go with it. That happens, of course. But at the same time, I'm like, God, there's a reason why these education things, why, even though in theory, I'm like, this sounds amazing, I want to learn this stuff. There's a reason I fall off it, you know? There's things it's not giving me. There's like feelings of like, oh, why am I doing this stuff here? The risk-reward calculation. Success calculator. Not feeling too good about the stuff. Here we go. Mr. Dangerfield. Well done.
Too big, too strong, too good.
Well, there's one side working hard at the moment. The other
yeah, he'll get this one. He'll get this goal.
Teammates to do the work.
Drop punt.
Yay! Well done there. Well done.
It's one thing to be outclassed, but this is starting to get a real stench about it.
The Cats have
I think for myself, I think of times when I've been, I guess, motivated in terms of like education, in terms of feeling like there are external things outside of just mindless entertainment stuff that are worth fighting for. I think about the couple of times I've had interested in girls, and that's actually been reasons why I felt like going out and walking was worth a damn. Like just being outside, moving around, and being like, oh my god, maybe this other stuff here could be cool to like do things for, and being like, oh, you know what, maybe I would be willing to go outside and do a thing because of this purpose for it. I think of the years in which I had interest on like reality shows. I was wanting to go on those. Very specific reality shows for like very specific reasons. But still, I would be like, oh, here's like a purpose for me that I care about. Let me have more interest. Let me have a deeper interest in listening to audiobooks that are based in psychology and some other things, and maybe learn some other stuff. Like I had like an underlying purpose I was working towards. And then I see that eventually, like, that spirit, I guess, would break. You know, and then it would make it easier for me to want to just focus on the mindless shit, not feel like it's worth wanting to look at, because it's like, oh, if my spirit is broken, why am I going to go do this other stuff? It's part of the reason why I struggled to do my 20Ks today, because my mind's going the way it's going. Like, my goodness, I must just leave. I must get outside. Over him. Oh god. The Blitz has 5 goals again. This man is incredible now. Don't know what the fuck he like juiced himself up on, but god damn, it's amazing.
Not good footy there. Caught.
Keep it going.
What a hand pass.
Oh.
Mackay. The
Wasn't
Roos
great
under
hand
great
pass.
pressure. The umpire
It wasn't
circles
very
and decides
good.
to ball it up. Can they create a shot on goal from this stoppage?
Here we go.
Looking for territory.
Come over here.
That could
But it's
prove costly.
interesting because of this type of
The Roos have won it back. He's generally a good kick. Phillips.
Now, I've always been gravitated towards playing sport games, right? And now, I was kind of already like that, but part of what helped me continue to be that way was that I was listening to podcasts and stuff. Like, it was a way for me, it was a way for me to listen and watch stuff that, and have like an external thing going. And I guess that made it easier for me to have sport games and play them. And I guess I kind of see that happening within here, where even though the margin is like horrible, it's actually, I think, easier for me to play these games because the way that they're played, there's no cutscenes in them. I'm able to spend more time focused elsewhere. I'm able to talk about other things. It's like I'm able to like release energy within me while having a game to play at the same time. So it's like I can see myself, even though I still have interest in playing story-based games. I wouldn't be surprised if I sort of just revert back into my ways and just find myself constantly playing sport ones because that's kind of what I'm used to.
They've worked it well. Stevenson runs in and bangs it home.
A real opportunist goal there. He doesn't need a lot of the footy to make an impact.
I don't know what the hell happened there. It just felt like my throat went on fire.
The big man
talking.
Stengel, good handball. Broon gets the kick away. Sheasel at centre half back will cut that one off. Phillips with a
God
chance
damn,
to
that's
run.
what it feels like. It feels like my throat going on
Keen
fire,
to get
man.
the ball moving. That's come off the instep.
It's a waste of a promising
But
build-up.
okay, we got like a quarter and a bit to go.
Got a fist in.
Hopefully it'll be okay.
Solid tackle.
The lift
That's
off
holding the
by
ball.
man, he's gone.
Coming in here.
Are under siege. Larky drops into the hole and marks.
His goal was so far, but this would be a great way to get on the
It's
score
the
sheet.
Larky. Can you get it? Ooh. Oh!
Should have the distance, but
Doesn't.
I'm not sure he has. Good disciplined defence.
Happy to
Okay, that
see
goes.
behind.
That goes over. Mr. Stewart
Away
gets the
goes.
kick out of here.
Stewart goes towards half back.
Here we go.
Guthrie normally delivers.
What you got? That's coming through
He
Atkins.
ran into a brick wall. Stengel.
Mr. Dangerfield.
Making their way through.
Mr. Dangerfield.
It's becoming a training drill. The kick
Go
was
handballs.
centimetres
Oh.
perfect. That's a give up. The Roos are good with their hands. Shields.
Oh.
What can he do with it?
Handball
He's
of the way,
stopped in
please.
his
Very good.
tracks.
Into the 50.
This deserves a goal. Kolajasny tries to spike it out of the danger.
So I have
zone.
this. Okay.
Terrific forward
Kind of
pressure.
play out the quarter, and then I'll look to.
The Roos might need plan B soon. It's an exhibition in how to give the ball back.
Oh, that's not good.
His best effort.
That's not good there. Who are we coming with?
He's
Got into the
struggled
50,
to make an
just
impact
outside.
at this point. Unable to get it inside 50. De Koning. Out wide with the kick.
Over to Zach Guthrie. He gets the kicks down.
Sets up a foot race.
It's the Rowan over here.
Rowan delivers to centre half forward. Cameron gathers. Henry.
Go!
Desperate.
That's got to be ball.
It's
Yeah, that is
off
ball.
today.
Okay then. Get a little kick over
What
here.
can they generate?
That's another one to go.
With a chance to relieve the pressure.
There you are.
Davies Uniacke.
That's coming back, it looks like.
Stanley.
Stanley,
It
he's been
sits,
very
and he's
good.
in
He has been
business.
very good, I think,
Sloppy
Stanley.
hands, and they've turned it over. Taylor.
Get rid of it.
Stevenson. He put himself in the line of fire.
What's
He'll
that one?
reel that one
Handballs.
off. Well done. Hawkins. That's almost worth a kick. Myers. Hasn't seen a lot of it.
This will be
What are you doing, my man?
Out on the full.
What are you doing here?
And they're away.
Okay. Handball. Is there time for him to get something?
Normally creative. Pow. Fumble.
Get rid of that, please. Who's running on? That is Geelong. Mr. Henry. Into the 50. Who's coming to get that? It's North Melbourne.
Sloppy play. Myers. Rowan.
Dolls. Yep. One more for Geelong. They get up for 100 now.
And he made the most of it.
The ruse. A shot. What a debacle it's been. Stengel.
And that's going to be end of the quarter here. We will be back in a moment to start the last quarter. Here we are. Geelong with a 68-point lead. We know who's going to win. We know who's going to win. Unless North want to do something unbelievably spectacular, we know who's going to win here. It's just about finding out a little thing. There is another thing I can see myself looking to talk about, you know? I have this thing coming up at some point. It's like it's weird. I've never really been like big into Pokemon, right? Like I've seen some stuff here and there, but like I've never played a Pokemon game. Insufficient intent.
There are big chance here.
And I know, like, I had, like, months ago, I was watching, like, the first season for seemingly just no reason. It kind of felt like it. And I guess it might come in handy a little bit, because apparently there's some sort of Pokemon thing coming up one of these days with,
looks good.
That apparently I might be going to, I don't know. I might be going to it. It's like a trivia night thing, which I would be completely awful at, you know. But like, I'm still like, I'm trying to work out how to like learn things, you know, from like a basic, from like a beginner's understanding. Like pretty much a beginner understanding, like trying to learn things. And I'm trying to like. A part of me is like, oh, maybe I can like look at Pokemon trivia stuff, but the problem is that the people taking those like know their Pokemon shit, and I don't know what they're talking about, and I've never played a Pokemon game. Like I basically don't know anything about that, and it's when you realize that Pokemon isn't just like a TV, isn't just like I knew that like I've seen people like play Pokemon games a little bit, and I went, okay, I feel like I get why people like it. I just like myself wasn't interested in watching people play it all that much. So it's something I don't like have like extensive knowledge on, so it's like, why the fuck would you want to go there? And, like, my only thought was, well, is this the second game already? It is. This is the second AFL game on the day, yeah.
Forwards can't be held responsible when the
we've started the last quarter, so it's the last quarter of the day as well.
Goldstein palms it down.
But yeah, it's like, why would I want to go to a Pokemon event if I don't know Pokemon shit? And the only reason I have is, well, maybe there'll be a cute. I feel like Rock. Where I'm just like, maybe there'll be a cute girl there that I just feel like approaching, because in my head I'm like, what's the type of girl that I could actually get with, right? I'm like, well, if there's someone at a Pokemon stuff and she's kind of cute, probably there's some sort of nerdy shit in there, and there's like an instant, like there's like a, I guess like an instinctual connection in that. Because you're not into Pokemon either. The thing is that when I see it, when I watch it, I'm like, I kind of, like, I get it, like, I can like it, you know? If I hear people talking about it, I can like it. I just can't get into it enough to be, like, really into it. But, like, the people who are really into it, I feel like I'm like, you know what? I get it. Enjoy it. But my thinking is just like, if I go to this Pokemon event and, like, have enough courage in me, maybe there could be a girl I could approach, you know? That's literally my only thought, like, why I'd want to go to it, pretty much. Even though, like, the actual quiz itself, I would be god shit at it. I would be fucking horrible at it, I think. Like, I know some things, I don't know much. There's too much. Too much to know. Will I go to a Comic Con? I never have. I
one step ahead.
don't even know if there is a Comic-Con in Australia. I don't even know. I've never looked it up. International stuff, the answer is going to be no. At least in terms of like definitely the near future.
He's finally on the score sheet.
Like,
quiet today, but he made that one count.
I highly doubt anything. You keep forgetting about that.
Now it's someone else's problem. Powell, Marnie, Shields.
Yeah, I have no idea if there's an Australian thing like that. I'm sure there is. And I guess technically that could be an idea. But like, I'm not looking to go to this thing. Like, it wasn't like my idea. I didn't even know it was existing until like I noticed like until I noticed like my sister watching it, right? I just went by. I was kind of like, that's weird. Like, that's weird. She's watching that, and then I learned about it, and I was like, oh, maybe. And it was like, literally the first thought in my head was like, oh, maybe I could get something from that. What can I get from that? Without that, I wouldn't be going. Is my sister into anime or just Pokemon? No, no, she's not. She's not into that stuff. Her boyfriend is like very like knows Pokemon shit, and I guess it was like a thing he knew that she's just she's like kind of a tag along to, but then there was like another spot open, so it was just kind of like, maybe I could go. Just kind of came from that. So it's like she's watching it because like this thing's coming.
The way he used his body, then went back and put it straight through the middle.
Like, I highly doubt she's paying much attention to it. Over here, thank you. North have been better this quarter. They have kicked into the lead a little bit. You're about to say she could teach me stuff. The thing is that I would be teaching her things about Pokemon, and I don't know a lot. There's like, I know that like Ash in Japanese is Satoshi. I know that that's his Japanese character name. I know some things. Like, it's weird because like there's like actually a YouTube channel, someone who's like been going through Ash's journey. And I've actually seen like the first, like that's why I started watching Pokemon again in the first place, because it was just randomly recommended to me months ago to go watch that, to go start watching that. Like, that's the whole reason it happened. So it's like I know like little bits and pieces of some stuff. And it's like in my head I'm just like, how can I, like, what's the way for me to like cheat my way through like learning a bunch of shit? All you know is Pikachu and Ash. Oh my goodness. Yeah, you don't know very. Yeah, you don't know very much. So, oh my god, it's ridiculous that there's like, it starts off at like 151, right? It's ridiculous. It's like, it starts off that way at the beginning, and then there's like, I'm pretty sure there's over 1,000 of them. There's of Pokemon. There's too many. And then there's like all the places, and then all the other peoples. That's just like over 1,000 is just the freaking Pokemon themselves. Then you got all the damn other characters of human people, and the places, and the types of Pokemon, and oh my god, and all the games, and all the shows, and all the movies, and all the cards, and Pokemon Go, and then more stuff. Like, I can't learn all this shit in a short span.
Puts his teammate under the pump. Davies Uniacke.
Get rid of this, please. No. And it's not like I'm like putting like a lot of effort into learning all this stuff anyway. I'm just trying to think what's the easiest way for me to just pick little bits and pieces, you know?
Probing ball. Dangerfield.
Rare Pokemon cards go for a lot of money. I know. I don't even, like, I'm sure when I was younger there would have been Pokemon cards. So it's like, I remember playing with Yu-Gi-Oh cards and having Yu-Gi-Oh stuff, but Pokemon things, I feel like I remember having stuff, whether that was from like my elder siblings, and then it was just kind of passed down a bit.
Greg Williams would have been proud of
Mr.
that.
Atkins!
Here if he can steady himself.
Oh.
A couple of misses now, but I don't think it'll worry him. He'll keep...
Okay, 50-point game. So North have actually won the quarter up to this point, and they're going to keep it going.
Good-looking kick. Tucker.
Keep going down there. That's crazy, the fact that a card can be worth that much. I know, it is weird to me. Like, but it's weird to us because we're like not like as into it as the people who are into it. We're just like, oh my god, this card, it has a picture of a thing, and it has some stuff. Yes. Can he get the goal? Yeah, he can.
It's a goal.
Well done there.
He can hold his head up high. He's been terrific.
But it's interesting, what is more valuable, a Pokemon card or a piece of gold? I don't mean in terms like the price value. Imagine all the times you could have came across a card that's worth money and just never knew it. I know, like the closest thing I have to that is I had bought, like, my parents bought for me like a basketball that is like, that's like a Kobe Bryant basketball thing. And I think I don't know if it came out before or after he died. I think it came out before he died, and it was just bought randomly. Like, I never asked for it or anything. Like, that's like the closest thing maybe I can think of like, oh, there's a thing I have that like in the future could actually be like really valuable to someone.
Here's the vital kick inside the 50. Stewart.
But yeah, it's like, I wonder, like, without thinking of like the money value to it, I wonder what people would consider more valuable between like a Pokemon card and like a piece of gold. Like, I think you can actually make the argument that the Pokemon card is actually more valuable, can actually do more stuff. But maybe not in that the gold you can like break down into like necklaces and stuff. So maybe the gold is actually more valuable because of like what you can turn it into. I guess so. That's an interesting question.
They've been very accurate. They've needed to be in order to stay in this match.
North have had a very good quarter. Hasn't really done anything to change the outcome, but a very good quarter for North.
In the center square, Phillips, Simpkin,
come get rid of this handball. Oh, your girlfriend got this old penny that's worth thousands of dollars. Does she have an idea of like cashing it in at any point?
Punches it out of the ruck. Atkins leading from the front. Home. He's wrapped up.
Mr. Henry. And that's the end of the game here. The North had a good last quarter in there, but it is Geelong who get the victory. Yes. Blitzov's had 5 goals. Keeps it going. He's had I think he's had 15 goals in 3 games now. Got Atkins who had the most with 48. That's kind of crazy. Davies Uniacke had 38 for North. It was 11 marks for Henry, 8 tackles for Dangerfield. Geelong get the victory, 5 for Blitzovs, 48 from Atkins, and they get on top of North Melbourne by 38 points, 108 to 70.